gardens, but I've been trying my green thumbs out for the last, I started maybe 2019, and 2 years ago, well, I guess it would have been the beginning of last gardening season, because this is the second season. The beginning of last season, I implemented like a whole new radical method, gardening method. Like I'm using no-till, no dig, and I'm doing what's called arborist wood chip gardening, where I'm basically biomimicking the forest, right? And putting the blanket back on top of the soil. I got wood chips delivered from chipdrop.com, which was a website they just made in 2024, and it's awesome. So like arborists who go around and do tree service, they go and they cut off like healthy branches from trees, right? They do pruning, this and that. They cut down healthy trees because people don't want them there. And then they grind them up with the leaves and the needles and whatever. But then all of that is treated like waste, and they are always struggling to find a place to dump their waste. So those wood chips of that fresh wood is like gold for gardeners. So some brilliant person made this website, Chip Drop, where you just put in your address, and then any of the tree companies who are signed up with Chip Drop, they know that they can come dump their wood chips at your place. So that's what I did. And I put these wood chips on all my beds. Okay, so one of the very long list of amazing benefits to these wood chips, having the blanket back on the soil, is the weeding. So this is the first spring that I've gone through now. It's been like a whole cycle, a whole season, right? So I started by laying down newspaper to stop anything I didn't want growing. That stops it. I put like between 5 and 8 layers of newspaper sheets down, and then I put the wood chips on top of that, like 6 to 8 inches of them. And so now this year, so there are some things like thistle. So I have thistle, and unless you go and dig out the roots, like the horizontal deep roots, some of the thistle does come back. It comes through the newspaper. So this year, it's much better. So you can see this bed here, this would have been totally full of thistle. So you can see what's still coming back up. But the point of this video is to show you the change in what it does to pulling these weeds. I've been absolutely blown away doing this spring weeding with how, I don't know if you've ever tried to pull out thistle, but it's very difficult. You almost never get the root. It just breaks off. It just keeps coming back. So now I'm going to show you, with these wood chips back on, what it's like to weed the thistle. This is a big one. This is maybe the biggest one I've pulled yet. So let's see how easy it comes out. Give it a little wiggle. Look at that. I like to go in a row. Every thistle I pull, it pops right out with the root. Pop. I've never experienced anything like this. And the same thing happens with the dandelions. Look at that. Dandelions are notoriously difficult, right? I've been like blown away. Look, I'm not even pulling hard. I'm like going in a little circle, and I'm not getting maybe the horizontal root, but just getting these vertical ones is incredible. And those horizontal roots, if you continue to do this and don't let the above ground things stay up there, those horizontal roots will die off eventually. So I know thistle's like almost impossible to get rid of, but I actually think this is a very viable way to do it, and I am blown away with how easy. So really, besides the thistle, the only other weeds that are going to be coming up are the seeds that have fallen, right, over the winter and fall, have fallen on top of these wood chips, and so their root systems are just down in the wood chips, so that you can almost rake the weeds out. Not thistle, not dandelion, but other stuff. That's how easy it is to weed this stuff. It's really incredible. And let's look at my soil. So my soil is pretty, I mean, it's hard, it's compacted. It's not very dark. It's maybe like a reddish brown, like it's an orangey brown type of color normally. So let's see this. I was looking in my other bed yesterday at the soil and I was amazed. But let's find a spot. I'm going to pull back the wood chips, see if we can see the dirt, because it is like black gold in my beds over there. Oh, that still has a newspaper. All right, I'm going to have to show you I'll show you on the other bed.